Season score readings, horror fans, Flesh Wound Radio freaks. I'm Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
Bah Humpugs.
Namaste.
And Mike Kruger.
Ho, 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 bitch.
And yes, Slashmas, we're getting right to the end. We're going to see soon who's going to take it this year. But before we do that, for those of you joining us really late, Kruger, tell them how Slashmas works.
So what we do for our 12 Days of Slashmas special is we rate and review a Christmas-themed horror film, and then towards the end of the show, we add that movie to a list compiled from our previous episodes and vote to eliminate one of those four films, leaving us with our top 3 Christmas horror films, aka our 3 final girls. And once we get to the 12th day of Slashmas, we will pick one of those final girls as our tournament champion. So with that being said, Todd, why don't you give us our Slashmas statistics and tell us what's up for contention tonight?
Thank you, Kruger. Our final girls are The Day of the Beast, Silent Night, Bloody Night, and Good Tidings. Eliminated so far: ATM, 13 Sleighs of Christmas, Windchill, A Christmas Sleigh, Puka, Elves, Red Christmas, Night of the Comet, and Dan's favorite, Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys. Tonight's film up for contention is 1972's Home for the Holidays. Dan, why don't you tell us about it?
Absolutely. So, Home for the Holidays is a 1972 TV movie from director John Lewin Moxey, and it follows an ailing old man summons his 4 daughters home for Christmas and asks them to kill his new wife, who he suspects is poisoning him. But who is it that really has sinister intentions? So yes, Home for the Holidays, 1972 TV movie, probably best known for an early, not first appearance by any means, but Sally Field, who plays Christine, the younger of the daughters in this. Little tiny bit of background on this one. This was written by the Psycho screenwriter Joseph Stefano, which always sort of caught my eye. I have not watched this movie in a long time, but I do remember that the screenwriter of Psycho, Joseph Stefano, was attached to it, and I remember Sally Field, who adorable. Sally Field is still a beautiful woman, and so I had.
It was weird for me.
Yeah, see, I'm with Dan on this one, but the one thing it's weird, Dan, where you're leading. I mean, Sally Field was in the business for 10 years at this point.
That's what I said. Yeah, not new by any means. But
okay.
Yeah,
but
I said yeah.
Okay. The way
ironically, because she still is very active and still a very pretty, beautiful woman. You know who she reminds me of, Todd? And this is going to seem way out of left field. The younger version of her, I should say. You know who she kind of reminds me of a little bit? Misty Mundy.
Oh, jeez. Don't make me.
Got that classic Girl Next Door, Misty Mundy.
Okay, well, Girl Next Door.
I can't sexualize Sally Field.
Yeah,
man.
it's weird.
I can't do it.
Okay,
why?
Dan,
I don't know. I just can't.
With your lead up, Dan,
I don't know.
With your lead up, you were going. I thought you were going to talk about the late great Jessica Walters being in this, is an early role for her.
Yeah,
it is an early role for her.
Yeah, there is a lot of different things to say, but Pugs, I'm not gonna let this go. Why?
I don't know. There's just something in me that.
The cow.
Hold on, you just broke up on me right there.
Am
I freezing?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
He didn't have anything important to say.
All right. You wouldn't role play Sally Field getting stuck under the couch or anything?
No.
Now we know Dan's porno search, right?
No, I would help force his mama out of that jam.
Yeah, sorry if I was freezing.
Hey, I knew better. It was the Bandits girl. I couldn't think of her like that. Don't want Bert coming after your ass.
Maybe that's it then.
Got to be respectful to Bert, unlike Dan.
So But before I get deep into it, I'm assuming probably a first-time watch for you, right, Kruger?
Yeah.
So what did you think of Home for the Holidays?
Well, definitely has some slasher vibes going on, which are nice, but the movie took forever to get my attention, and I wasn't really into the story. Honestly, it put me in a pretty fucking rotten mood, to be honest, because it kind of reminded me of a similar scenario that kind of hit home to what I was going through during Christmas last year with, somebody dying and stuff. So didn't really put me in a fucking good mood. And I was so fucking bored 40 minutes in. The rest of the movie just felt like a chore to get through. Yeah, the acting is good, but the story it seemed kind of a little bit all over the place. And then once it came together, I was just like, all right, well, that's it. That's that. And I'm kind of glad it's over. And to be honest with you, like I would consider this a slasher, and I would say it's probably one of the most boring slasher movies I've ever seen. So I would never think of watching it again. Yeah, it has some Christmas vibes in there, but I just didn't enjoy myself at all. And it's probably one of my least favorite movies of Slashmas this year.
It's also probably better to be pitched as a whodunit, but yeah, it is a slasher. It qualifies.
It's funny. I was kind of expecting this because it is very TV melodrama.
Yeah, and the kills are awful.
Yeah, and the way, if you're looking at it as a slasher, it's horrible. But I forgot how much I enjoyed this one.
Really?
I do. It's like one of those ones that doesn't get talked about because it just kind of disappeared. I mean, if I would have thought about it, I would have grabbed my VHS tape because that is the last legitimate release. But yeah, I do. I'm guessing you don't, Pugs, from your reaction?
No, not at all. Kruger was right by calling it a fucking chore. I was like, Sally, why are you doing this to me?
I love Sally Fields too, dude.
But like, you gotta get interesting or give me something.
But you wouldn't make out with her.
No, I would not. She feels like a family member, Dan. So that's
Hashtag respect the bandit.
No, and then the reveal of the whodunit, great. I could not care, and it was so frustrating. And I'm trying to grade on a scale because it is made for TV, so I get these certain pauses. They got to fade to black, but I was like,
I gotta stop you there.
I'm checking out.
Made for TV at this era did not mean bad. I mean, trilogy.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, those pauses in between was not helping me just move along with the story.
Kind of like Dan with the last movie. It was getting annoyed by the back from commercials.
So it was just, I could not wait for this movie to be over.
I'm curious what you guys would think about some of the other top tiers from that era.
I'm down to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in. Just this was. Well, first off, have you seen the cover for this fucking thing? I mean, it looks promising.
Very promising.
This is okay.
Not what they fucking gave me.
This is the VHS cover, which was done in the 80s, which was obviously
so they knew how to sell it. Yeah.
Yes,
and that pitchfork kill is dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And her reaction to getting killed by the pitchfork is fucking terrible.
I'm gonna throw out, since Todd said that, one that never gets talked about: 1978's Dark Secret of Harvest Home. That is one that we should absolutely cover.
Let's do it
at some point.
I've never even heard of it. So
then there's the more popular ones like the Bad Ronalds, the one with Kim Darby that is most people consider the best one.
Well,
come on,
let's do this
all. This one is based on the Thomas Tryon novel, which, Harvest Home, which is a legit horror classic. And it doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, Betty Davis, Dan Aykroyd.
Maybe I have heard of this. I love Betty Davis.
Not Dan Aykroyd. I'm sorry, David Aykroyd. No, but Rosanna Arquette, Renee Auberjonois. It's got a Michael O'Keefe, I believe, was in it. Donald Pleasance narrated it. It's great.
Well, there we go.
Dark Secret of Harvest Home. We need to book this one.
Well, Dan, now where do you lie on this? Are you with Mike?
Besides wanting to finger Sally Field. Jeez.
Back to home. Why not?
That's fine. You're into it, but it's not weird that I don't want to, Dan.
we would do some Playmate of the Apes role play since she looks like Misty. We don't make
God damn it. I don't need details, fuckhead.
All right. So, anyways, on that note, Sally Field's a beautiful woman. Fuck you guys. But
fuck you. I don't want to picture you with that beautiful woman, you nasty motherfucker.
Respect the bandit.
All right. So, anyways, Lincoln was a lucky man. Back to the movie though. So also, ironically, Eleanor Parker, who plays Sally Field's older sister in this, played her mom in a 1971 TV movie called Maybe I'll Come Home in the Spring. So I thought that was kind of funny. Great cast. Everybody's plays their parts well. I like a good whodunit. I mean, again, this is a 72 TV movie. We're not going to get sick kills or anything out of this, but I think the mood is there. Now, this being Slashmas, the Christmas feel is not especially high. And I know it was a budgetary thing, but like it's rainy instead of snowing. Rain doesn't feel like Christmas. Snow feels like Christmas.
That's what I'll argue against. And that is, to me in Pugs, Christmas bears or snow bears no factor for our Christmassy.
At all.
Yeah, but it should be snowing, Todd. I'm in Georgia. I never get snow, really.
But yeah, it's not something where we have any concept.
And in Australia, it's summer. Like they have summer themed Christmas.
But I live in fucking Arizona, motherfuckers.
But don't you get snow at certain times?
No, like we
never.
We get,
I don't think
like
in Arizona.
I don't live in Flagstaff. I live in southern Arizona. So this state does snow in certain areas, but I don't. I've never associated it. But with snow, I do associate that with Christmas. I'm a little bit different than you guys, though. That's why I always watch the fucking Thing in December.
Oh, the Thing's amazing. Like that, Empire Strikes Back is like one of my favorite double features in December with the fucking windows open, get all the cold in, fucking regret it and grab a blanket.
That sounds like
the tauntaun.
That sounds like a good idea. And seeing your setup, I can imagine how immersive that fucking is. So I'm jealous.
But I have a thing for TV movies of this era. I really do. Now, that's not to say all of them are awesome. I'm really excited now doing Dark Secret of Harvest Home because I've wanted to revisit that forever. But
and the big one that I was trying to remember with Kim Darby, of course, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. That's like probably
Some of those stand up against the great horror films of the 70s. They really do. There are some amazing television movies in the 70s and into the 80s, particularly early 80s. So yeah, don't sleep on TV horror movies. Is this one of the best of the best? Absolutely not. But I do actually like it quite a bit. I hadn't watched it in a while, and it still holds up fairly well for me. Again, powerhouse actors here that you have headlining this thing. So it does. Sally Field's adorable. I do recommend it. But
I like the way you're saying that.
I know. I'm giving Jessica Walters her love too. They're just
we'll make it like they'll have a Dan sandwich, man.
What the fuck? Can we rate this thing, please, for the love of fucking God?
Kruger, what do you give it?
1 out of 5, and that's mainly for Sally Fields.
Co-sign the fuck out of that. Exactly what he said. 1 out of 5 because of Sally Field.
I'm a 3 out of 5. I do like this. I forgot how much I did enjoy this one. I haven't watched it since the tape.
Yeah, I'm a 3 out of 5 as well. I really do like this one, and I don't have any really major complaints at all about it, to be honest. So yeah,
I get the slow idea though, because it is a totally different pacing.
It's boring,
slow and moody.
Yeah. Sure. It's different, like those TV.
I was not in the mood for it as well.
Well, okay. Since we rated it, it's time. Up for elimination is Day of the Beast, Silent Night, Bloody Night, Good Tidings, and Home for the Holidays. Kruger?
Home for the holidays for sure. And not even just because I didn't like the movie. As far as Christmas vibes, I would even say that Day of the Beast, which doesn't have major Christmas vibes, has more than this movie.
Home for the holidays.
Dan.
I'm going to take out Good Tidings.
And I was gunning for Silent Night, Bloody Night. So,
all right, Home for the holidays is
say goodbye to Home for
outro.
the holidays.
Thanks,
Hey,
John.
I didn't kick it out, so I feel okay with it.
I'm surprised you're gunning so hard for that, but
I gotta have something to shoot for.
Yeah.
Well, so this is night 11. We only have
One more.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, the 12th night.
And we will crown our champion. So
yeah. So hopefully our last one puts up a fight. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, Dan.
All right, guys, be sure to check out our Patreon and our Secret Santa show, which, not to confuse it, since that's another term entry, but yes, check that out. We're going to have several Secret Santa shows going into the new year. Patreon.com/FleshWound Features. It all starts at just $1. If you haven't done it yet, also our Discord, very active. We had a Discord exclusive, what ended up being a Discord exclusive recently. So pays to be on Discord. And yeah, check out all of our Christmas content, the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise show, Santa Dan coming to town. And on that note, good night.
Good evening.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Feliz Navidad.
I'll see you in Disneyland.